Ladies and gentlemen, it's your sweet Zionist Prince, Tall the Traveling Clad. Still a little bit under the weather, but trying to get back into things because the world is still crazy and we've got to combat all the craziness in the world. Today we're taking a look at a clip from the idiot himself, Dave Smith, who's maybe coming to a realization that blaming the Jews for all the world's problems may not be the smartest way to go about things. Specifically in the context of Charlie Kirk's recent horrific passing. Let's take a look at this clip from the idiot himself, Dave Smith.
Just try to stay away from that bad force. And I should say, one more thing that I just, because I, of whatever, I don't even want to get into the politics of any of it, but I did see, Ian Carroll, and I'm not trying to personally blast him or anything like that.
God forbid we blast Ian Carroll
or nothing like that.
God forbid.
I've said nice things about Ian in the past. I know he's said nice things about me, but I see him out there and and I've seen a bunch of other people doing this, but it's just if you want to go look through it, I mean, it's just crazy. But he had this post about how Israel did this. Israel just murdered Charlie Kirk. And you know me, I don't know. I'm biggest fan of Israel, but I literally just replied and I went, what evidence do we have that Israel was involved with this at all? And I mean, man, if you want to be disturbed, go look through the replies to that. It is unbelievable how people put together theory. They're like, what evidence do you have? By the way, the answer is none. We have absolutely no evidence. There's absolutely no reason to even suspect that is the case, let alone to determine that it's a fact. And all the things people are posing, it's just guys, Jesus Christ, man, I'm sorry. I just don't go for sloppy, kooky theories. If you got some evidence, bring it to me and I'll be the first one to look into it. But then people going he was waking up to Israel. Dude, he said release the Epstein files, and he once on an interview said the pro-Israel people are getting a little too crazy when they're accusing even me of being anti-Israel, but that's about it. And to his credit, he defended having me at the thing and having Tucker and Megan there and stuff, but you've just got no real theory here, and it just makes no sense at all. They telling me the government of Israel took out their number one guy who still had influence amongst young people. I don't know. It just doesn't make any sense to me at all. And I don't think it's I don't know. I think honestly, in a way, I think a lot of those guys might have fallen into their own dark force where they're just so wrapped up in blaming Israel and blame for everything that you start to see it, or you kind of desire that conclusion before you've even reached it. But I think anyone, let's just fucking breathe on this for a little bit. Let's get I'm again, as I say all the time, I'm not against a conspiracy theory. I love a good conspiracy theory. Lots of them are true, but you gotta have a case to make. You got to have evidence, a coherent narrative, a through line, different, things that back up your assertions. It can't just be this just, I don't know. We'll just say that. We'll say it was them. Who cares? I hate that shit. I should say, and I'll probably wrap up here in a...
Dave Smith, you're a fucking idiot. You're a fucking idiot. You are a dumb human being. And I've said this in multiple videos before. You are a very stupid, disingenuous human being. Very, very dumb. And you ask how these people got to this point where you are a part of that problem. You are a direct part of that problem by feeding into Qatari Arab supremacist propaganda, which you like to do on a regular basis because I assume you're probably getting paid. You're probably getting a nice fat paycheck, just like all your friends, Tucker Carlson, Candace Owens, Theo Vaughn, get a nice little paycheck from Qatar. It's no surprise that people are rushing to blame the Jews, rushing to blame Israel in this case. I think nobody is shocked by this. People like you and your retarded friends have allowed the hatred, whether you want to call it anti-Semitic or not, because we're just not allowed to use that word anymore as Jewish people. You guys have said we overused it, and I agree to a certain extent we have overused it, so we're not allowed to use it anymore. So you guys just, I don't know, you have a general disdain for Jewish people or for Israelis, except for the ones of yours that are extremely secular friends in the comedy circle. Those are fine, but every other Jew, you just hate the Zionists, even though 95% of the world's population are Zionists. Let's just say the Jews took out Charlie Kirk. They wanted to assassinate Charlie Kirk for, I don't know, some odd reason, though, even though he maintained a positive relationship with the country, with the prime minister, was planning to come here, met his wife here. Let's just say we still wanted to execute Charlie Kirk. All of us, the Jews, came together one day. We said, it's time for us to execute this man for being too Zionist, being too pro-Israel, for asking questions that every single political commentator, including myself, has asked, for being critical of Jewish or American Jewish super PACs like AIPAC, and criticizing them like every single Jewish influencer has done, including myself. But Dave Smith, retards like you who peddle genocide in Gaza and peddle war crimes and peddle this and that, you allow for these things to fester because you played directly into the hands of the people who want to claim that we're baby killers and that's all we do is we kill babies and we take land and we occupy and we colonize. So you fed directly into the hand, and now you're seeing the effects of that. People want to blame the Jews for everything. We're the world's scapegoat. And here we are, and you had a huge part to play in that. And I genuinely hope that you're happy. I hope that you feel content with what you've caused. I hope you feel happy. I hope you feel satiated with the money you earned during that. And I hope that when future political assassinations happen, you can go to sleep at night feeling, maybe Dave Smith had my small part to play in these political assassinations. Maybe I was so fucking stupid, but the money was so good, I just couldn't shut the fuck up. I had to make as much money as I possibly could off the back of Jewish people while calling myself a Jew, which I'm actually not. So, I want to be like, oh, good job to Dave Smith for waking. No, fuck Dave Smith. He's a piece of garbage. And fuck Piers Morgan. Fuck all of these people who pretend to all of a sudden have compassion for certain points when it's... No, fuck these people. These people are disingenuous. They're liars. These people are disingenuous liars. They're not interested in pursuing the truth. They're not interested in calming the conversation or the air. They're interested in one thing and one thing only. That's money. And I'm going to tell you guys something here real quick. Jews, we get plastered for being money hungry, and all these Jewish advocates were all getting paid by the Mossad, paying. You know what all I've been seeing since October 7th, particularly in this context, and especially now after Charlie Kirk's death, it's even more apparent. You know what I've been seeing? I've been seeing all these Jewish influencers, all of us getting fucking shafted. We're not getting paid by any organizations. No Jewish org is paying us. I'm talking about myself, SAR TV, other Barak, Abraham Hammer, all my friends that are on here creating content for you guys every day. We don't get paid by anybody other than you guys. If it's not the YouTube ad revenue and you guys paying our Patreons, literally paying our rent, the shirt that I have on me right now, paid by my audience. If it is not for you guys, we don't get paid by any org, no super PAC, no Qatari money. We only make what you guys allow us to make. But the rest of these motherfuckers, who's paying them? Where's the paycheck coming from for the Ian Carrolls, the Jake Shields, the Dave Smiths of the world? Everyone keeps blaming the Jews for being these money-hungry people. But it's all the non-Jews that I keep seeing, like Candace Owens and Tucker Carlson, who are making millions off of this conflict and off of blaming the Jews for everything and blaming Israel for everything. And yes, blaming Israel and blaming the Jews is the same fucking goddamn thing. Get it through your stupid fucking head. 95% of the world's Jewish population is a Zionist. It is a core tenet of the religion, of the ethno-religious group. You cannot remove Israel from Judaism. You literally can't. You can try all you want, but it's not going to work. Any anti-Zionist Jew is just retarded. It doesn't work. So I have some serious questions about these people and their character. I keep seeing that our side keeps getting blamed for being money hungry and cheap and always obsessed with money. I'm like, hold on. All these people are making fucking millions of dollars talking about this stuff. And we're over here getting fucking shafted. I'm not saying I'm not making good money. I'm making great money off of YouTube ad revenue, but that's it. I don't have any donors or sponsors or anything else. It's just you guys, my friends. It's only you. But the rest of these motherfuckers, who's paying for the studio? Who's paying for the lights, for the cameras, for the editors? I split my revenue with a team. I'm proud of it. They're Jews, but they're helping me out, and I'm helping them. But I split my revenue. It's a nice chunk of money that goes to the team that I work with. There's no org that's taking care of this. I don't have a fucking production team. On top of that, every time I talk to a Jewish organization, they just fuck me over. So I'm really wondering, real quick, for all this talk about the Jews being in charge and control and assassinating this person and this person's like, bro, we can't get our shit together for more than 3 seconds to do anything useful. You guys, on the other hand, are able to peddle while there's clear evidence found already that the person who killed Charlie Kirk, who assassinated him in cold blood in front of his family, was a LGBTQ radicalized leftist communist, furry, and they found his transgender partner. Somehow there's this massive campaign with millions of people blaming the Jews. I wonder how that works if we're so money hungry. I really wonder. Where's the connection there? I'll see you guys in the next one. I'm sorry I'm still very sick. Love you a long time. Goodbye, Klotz.
If you believe in my content and want to support me, just know your help is needed. There's a bunch of great ways to support me, being PayPal, Buy Me a Coffee, or joining my Patreon community down below. Patreon is the best way to support my channel, and you'll get a bunch of cool perks depending on what tier you join. Another great way to support me is by buying my merchandise on thetravelingclat.com. I regularly drop new merch designs like this beautiful hat, or this amazing shirt, where you can support the channel and get something cool for yourself. I also have an amazing Discord community with people from all over the world. Thank you so much for your support.